fake Facebook man, posting lies about my life which no one else can. Filters on my face to disguise my age, showing money that I don't have. There's words on my page. Why don't you come and join my team? It's called living the fake Facebook life dream. If they post a pic of me deep clean, but it's pizza and burgers for dinner, you know what I mean. A snapshot of vacations that I got no money to take. So you own my sports car, you know that it's a fake. Got my love loaded up with things that aren't even true. Pretending on Facebook is my thing too. Yeah, 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 yeah.
2,000 friends, which I've never done met. A pic of my lunch is what you're gonna get. I had a post of your baby, say it's one darn cute kid. But I lied, cause it's ugly, that's called an online fib. I talk about success in my job and the pending promotion, but in reality it's a psych, cause I got a demotion.
Only the fake Facebook man, posting lies about my life which no one else can. Filters on my face to disguise my age, showing money that I don't have. There's words on my page. Why don't you come and join my team? It's called living a fake Facebook life dream.
You block me on Facebook without a judge, jury, or trial. I'll be creeping you the next day with a shiny new profile. See a pic of my family? Yeah, we're having a good time. Well, the joke's on you. We have not talked in 8 months or 9. I'll tell you about the weather and the stuff you don't need to know. I'll fake a good illness so the sympathy will grow. I'll ask you to donate to my made-up cause and post selfies on the daily. That ain't breaking no laws. So don't judge the life of the fake Facebook man, pretending to be happy like no one else can. All right there, Marky Mark. Hey, listen, do you feel with these backdrops like you're in space or something? What's going on?
Yeah, look like we're we're photoshopped into tonight's show.
Well, wait till you see. I could see Candace in the lobby. Wait till you see her how professional she looks with the backdrop. And she's outdoing us again, Kinsman, already. Hey, let me ask you.
She's always outdoing us because she works for Levert, and they're in the middle of hiring right now.
You're gonna have to check with Candace because I think saying Levert's the very English way. I think it's like Levert.
Levert. Levert.
No, you botched. No, okay. We're gonna leave that to Candace.
Is she frowning behind the scenes there? We're starting off on the wrong foot here.
No,
but I am in the right color. Did you notice? It took me like 3 hours, but I think I'm fixed. Am I fixed?
Let's ask people what color Kinsman looks tonight. But I got a question. So, were you brave enough to check out the new Halloween movie?
I have not seen the Halloween yet. Have not been to Imagine Cinemas. Of course, opened on Friday. You had the chance to check it out. What was it? Pretty
amazing.
Good?
Yeah, because they did, people who love horror movies often say it's the same, do something different. They did something really different with this one. I'm not, of course, not going to give any spoilers, but it's very intense, it's gruesome, and it does play homage to the original Halloween in '78. To me, that movie was a 10 plus, dude, a 10 plus. So it's 1,000% worth checking out.
Is there room now, without spoiling it for others? Is there room for a next one after this one?
They've already announced that they do Halloween Kills, and then next year Halloween Ends. So take it as you may. But yes, they already had a plan for 3, 2018, and these last 2 were delayed a year by the pandemic. But 2018, 21, and 22. So you got to see it, Kinsman. Come on now. The only movie you see is Paw Patrol.
That was the last movie I saw with my boys there. Yeah, but don't think I'll be taking the boys to see Halloween Kills, but we'll definitely be going to see that one this week. Well, it's in theaters.
Yes. Oh, good game last night. Yeah, because the Leafs beat the Sens. Good evening, Mick Klomp and McKins. Mason says thank you for the birthday wishes. Well, he's one awesome dude, so I'm happy to hear he had an awesome birthday there.
That's right. Happy belated there, Mason, and hopefully he had a great day. Talking to his mom, Janice, that he had an amazing day. He was telling everybody, no matter where they went, that it was his birthday.
Mark, see, I wore the red shirt tonight just in case your coloring was.
You were trying to match.
Liver. Yeah.
No, it's what's that? Is that the pronouncer?
Oh,
Levert.
You're not gonna like this. Still blushing red, Mark. A little red, but Joanne says you're normal color, but Martin says you have a reddish face. So I don't know what's going on here.
No.
Halloween
I'm
Kills.
fine on my end.
I wonder if did you see it, Joanne? Because you didn't like it. I thought it was tremendous. Mm-hmm. Oh, look at this. We already have Amanda. I love Levert. They placed me They placed me last week with the job, and I started my new placement on Tuesday. So we're gonna talk. Their turnaround time is awesome. We're gonna let Candace talk all about that. But these folks are doing an awesome job.
Hi, Lynn.
Yeah.
Favorite horror movies of all time? Yes.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Jess. Go Leafs.
Jessica.
Oh, come on now.
There are the odd Leaf fan out there. Myself, Gary Bailey, also a big Leaf fan.
Yeah. Well, Joanne saw it and she said it was a little. Well, it's Michael Myers. What would you expect he was going to do? Be pleasant? And Amanda says you look fine, pal. Okay, so. Let's bring Candace on because they're doing something really cool. They're doing hiring events across Northern Ontario, and they're going to be in Timmins on Tuesday and Wednesday.
That's right.
On Wednesday, when they're here, you and I are going to be there, going live from the Hampton Inn for to promote the hiring event. And I know you're going to get there, Kinsman, early if you can get that free hotel breakfast. I think
we're going to get there. That's right. Continental breakfast before we start. We're going to be down there at 10 to 2. On Wednesday, can't wait. And you saw with Amanda St. Jean's comment, the turnaround from, when they say, hey, there's a position, are you qualified? Yes, we're going to fill it and get you started, in 24 hours. That's how quick they go. That's how quick they are. And again, they hire you on the spot. And that's proof right there in the pudding.
Let's find out from Candace. She's the expert here, Kinsman, not you.
All right, let's bring her on here.
All right, let's bring her. I'm going to do this. Hello.
Hello. How are both of you?
Good. How are you doing?
Hi, Candace.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Thanks for joining us tonight.
So let's say I love how you were saying, Levert. We have this contest in the office every time we hire someone new. We say, okay, without us telling you, how do you say it? And it's a game now for us. So it is Levert, and it does have French roots.
Right. Okay. Well, there you go, Kinsman. We definitely bought because a lot of people say Levert. The English say Levert, right?
Of course.
Levert. So the T is almost silent at the end. Levert.
Almost silent. We'll go with that. Yeah.
Right.
I would really like to see Mark in an interview. I don't know. I don't know how he would do. They'd be like, "Well, tell us about yourself." You're like, "I don't know. My name's Mark."
And read the phone book in your booming pipes, and that's basically how I would conduct interviews back in the day. I can't remember the last interview I had was about 7 eons ago.
Yeah,
7 years ago.
Long ago.
Maybe I should have interviewed you for this job there, pal. I would have to find another Candace though. So, anyways, welcome to the show, Candace. We're really happy to have you on and partnering with yourself and the team. So tell us all, like for I guess a few, like Levert's a really common known name in our community, but maybe for the few folks that don't know, tell us what the organization's all about.
Of course. So Levert actually started in Timmins in 1983. We started as supplying personnel in Timmins, and then we've slowly worked our way around Northern Ontario, around Canada, and actually abroad as well, in the Dominican Republic, for an example. So we started as a small company, started family owned, and now Richard Levert has taken this company and it's just blossomed into an international staffing agency. So a lot of people think of Levert and they think temp agency. We're moving totally away from that concept, not temp agency by any means. We don't want you to just come and work for us and then move on and go somewhere else. We want to either be the agency that places you somewhere long term, we'll get your foot in the door at the company, or you stay with us long term. We have people that have been with us for over 25, 30 years, and we still just keep having new jobs for them and keep their life interesting with the changes.
Maybe we'll have to go to Levert to hire someone with our group, KINZ. They'll have to have a bigger brain than us, which won't be that difficult. So I think the candidate pool will be okay for us.
We have amazing recruitment specialists, and we actually have recruiters in many cities across Canada. So obviously we'll be in Timmins, but I'm right now in Sudbury in the head office. We have another office that's in Rouen, Quebec, another one out in St. John's, Newfoundland. We have one in Timmins, obviously, and then we also have staff that work out in Alberta. So we cover a lot of ground with all of our offices.
Yeah, that's awesome. So the big thing starting this week is the hiring event across Northern Ontario. So what are the dates starting on Monday?
So we start the 18th of October. So I'll actually be coming from our Sudbury office. We'll be heading up to New Liskeard on the 18th. We'll be at the Holiday Inn. So we'll be there from noon until 2, accepting resumes, doing on-the-spot interviews. So this will go for absolutely all of the events. You walk in, you have your resume in hand and your proof of vaccination, because it will be in a hotel. So sadly, that's a COVID requirement.
Right.
But you come in with your resume and you walk right in. We have recruiters that will interview you on the spot. So that means that you'll literally fill out all of your onboarding documents. You'll fill out your direct deposits. You'll fill out everything that you'll need. And then the next day, we'll actually have you training.
Wow. That's how quick the turnaround is.
Exactly. So we need people. So I actually have in front of me, I figured the best way to show what our demand for jobs actually is we actually have pages right now of jobs that we need to fill. So we're not joking around. When we come to these cities, we want you to interview, and we're going to hire you on the spot, have you training the next day. And our placements will start literally as soon as you finish your training. So super, super quick turnaround. So like I said, we're starting the 18th of October. So we'll be in New Liskeard at the Holiday Inn. 19th, we'll be in Timmins at the Hampton Inn from 4 to 8 p.m. And then the next day, 20th, we'll be at the Hampton Inn in Timmins, again. We'll be there from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And both of you will be live on location with us, which is
right. Great. Looking forward to it. It's going to be fun.
Then the 21st, we're actually heading up to Chapleau, and we'll be at Aux Trois Moulins. So you can come there. We'll be there from 12 until 2. You can, again, bring your resume, come and interview with us, hiring on the spot. And again, all of these cities, sometimes it's jobs that are in the city locally. Sometimes they're fly in, fly out. The opportunity. So if you're in Chapleau and you're applying for a job, it doesn't necessarily mean that you need to apply for a job in that city. You can always apply for a job anywhere with Levert. You can apply for our fly in, fly out jobs that are in the territories. You can apply for jobs that we have in Quebec. We can place you in any of these positions. So come, even if you're not looking for a job in those regions, if you want to head out, if you want to work locally, we have jobs. And then our last day, our wrap up will be in the Sioux on the 22nd of October, and we'll be at the Super 8.
Okay, so a really big schedule. It's almost like a rock tour, but they're giving away jobs. I like this.
Oh, that's right. It's definitely a big loop.
Yeah, that's right. So what if someone, I seen you held up a bunch of pages there. So there's a ton of opportunities. Are there any general type of skill sets that you are looking for, or the list is so massive that you're encouraging everyone to come out with their resume and you'll be able to determine where the fits are?
Honestly, at this point, we definitely are hiring in many different industries. So normally Levert is recognized for staffing the heavy industries. So anybody who's in the trades, literally anybody who would work on mine sites, anybody construction. But right now we also have job openings for administrative positions, office positions, finance clerks. We're hiring for heavy equipment operators, heavy equipment mechanics. The list literally goes on, even down to people to be gym monitors. We need heavy equipment mechanics, underground surveyors, and then we go to the other side of the spectrum and we have medical administrators. So I encourage everybody to come and apply. You can go on our website at levert.ca and you can actually see all of our jobs. Right now we have over 4 pages of jobs.
Wow.
All different cities across Canada. And again, they span from administrative roles all the way over to heavy industry. You can work underground, above ground, on a mine site, in an office. You can have to fly into your work site every few weeks. You can work directly in your city. You can travel across Canada for your job. Realistically, we have honestly anything to suit anybody right now. And even if you don't see something on our website, definitely still come out and apply, because for us, today we might be looking for these specific jobs, and tomorrow we might be hiring for 20 new positions that we didn't even know we needed. So it can change on the flip of a hat. So realistically, anybody come in with your resume and list all of your skills. Ensure that you have any of your certifications with you, resume, training, anything like that.
Yeah, now, can they get a head start on the online process? Is there anything to do online before coming in person, or is it as easy as doing it all in person when they come and see you this week?
It's actually as easy as coming in and doing it in person. We've tried to make the process as simple as possible. So I'm bringing with me from Sudbury all of our onboarding documents. We'll bring them right to you. You'll fill it all out. And then on our end, when we get back that night, we process everything through our system. And then the next day we have your training sent to you and we've got the ball rolling there. If anybody is watching this right now and wants to get a little head start above the events and they wanted to maybe apply right now, they're seeing a job that is really interesting for them, definitely you can either apply at levert.ca. When you go to our job portal, you'll be able to submit your resume directly there. You can email us, info@levert.ca, which is our general email box. You can submit your resume and say, these are the general qualifications that I have, or I'm interested in this position I saw. But you can also reach out to us on social media. So our Facebook and our LinkedIn, we post all of our jobs. We have all of our contest updates. We have all of our event updates. So you can go there, but you can also message the page, interact with. It'll be me on the page, but you can actually message me, send me your resume, reach out to me, tell me what type of job you're interested in. Any of the above, and all of those will get your resume in the system to our recruiters, and we'll have you contacted as soon as possible.
So Joanne's going to ask a question. So my 17 years working in HR, I have heard this question many times. Is there an age limit?
Of course not.
That's right.
Of course not. Age equals wisdom. Yeah, and that's exactly. So our slogan is people, partnerships, and experience. So we always say that to companies, we provide the people, and with our clients, we have our partnerships, and that's how we find these amazing opportunities for our candidates. But we also bring experience. We're not just bringing people to a job and supplying a body. We're supplying people who have experience in the industry, who have knowledge, who are wise. And in many cases, that equals years. So realistically, no age at all. If anybody has any restrictions, so let's say they have any restrictions in standing, mobility, any of the above, we have positions that will accommodate that. By no means is it always full PPE and on a mine site with a shovel. You can definitely have a lot of placements that are in offices as well.
Yeah. And Amanda just started with your group, and she's saying it's a good experience too to work different placements until you get a permanent job. Absolutely. It does help with your experience, and you get to work in different organizations or departments. Benji says lots of jobs and careers out there, peeps. Now is the time for you to start your future. Levert is going to make it easy for you. No stress. I keep wanting to say Levert there, Mark. You stuck it in my head.
It's a habit. I did it when I first got started as well, and then someone said it, and I'm like, oh, that makes sense. Yeah, it catches eventually.
Levert. We're gonna freshen up on our Francais skills here as we move along here.
Okay, so Joanne's saying now, but what is the minimum age? Meaning, are there jobs for students?
Of course. In many cases, a large percentage of our employment is students. So for us, I believe it's about 18 is our minimum age. In some cases, if you're not on a mine site, I believe it is 17. But in any of our cases where you're on mine sites, going underground, any of the above, normally 18. But definitely for students, we start hiring for students the minute everyone gets back to school. We want people who are either finishing their degrees, starting their degrees, anybody who's in college, even high school students. If you're in grade 12 and you know that you wanted to get a job your first year of university, or if you're in college right now and you're looking to get into the job force, definitely reach out to us. We can work around your schedule. You can work part-time for us. It definitely doesn't need to be full-time, so we can work around school as well.
No, Kinsman, you can't go in there and say your restrictions an afternoon nap every day.
That's right. I'm looking for the job where there's hot nap, a break every half an hour. But all kidding aside, when it comes to obviously you're now employed under Levert, or are you now employed? Let's say you find a placement at a mine or a business. Are you being paid by Levert, or will you be put on their payroll? How does that work?
So at the beginning, you'll be with us. So the minute you get hired, you'll be with Levert. And when we place you onto these placements, you'll actually be employed under us. So what that equates to is weekly paychecks, which is, I have to highlight that because that is a very sweet thing. I didn't realize how much I wanted to be paid weekly until it happened. And now it is, I don't think I can go back.
Right. Yes.
But they will stay with us. So the only time that they would then go under the other company is if they stay with the company and the company actually approaches us and says, hey, this person's phenomenal. We want to bring them on full time. No problem. We definitely will get that going, and you will go and you'll be employed directly by them. And we will have just been kind of the aid to get your foot in the door. Then you'll transfer onto their payroll and everything. Wow. So actually, when you're employed with us, the amazing thing, and everyone always says, why work with Levert? Honestly, for me, the answer is really easy, and it's exactly why I work for Levert. Because external employees, so people that we place on a mine site, people that we place in an office, people that we place above ground, below ground, they all are on the same benefit plan as I am. We have the same health benefits. We get the same RSP deduct from our paychecks.
Nice.
All of us are paid weekly. We all have amazing competitive benefits. We all have the ability to work anywhere across Canada at any time. If life is picking you up and moving you somewhere else, it doesn't mean you have to leave Levert. You can still stay with us. So these are all benefits that I myself as an internal, I benefit from, but our externals benefit from as well.
Right. So that's a big thing to highlight too. It's not only the weekly pay, the transferability you don't necessarily if you need to relocate, there's opportunities there, but we're also talking about, the benefit plan, which is a big thing, because if you don't have benefits, these costs can add up pretty quickly.
Yeah. Pretty extensive, especially when it comes to dental, healthcare, emergencies, they pop up, of course. You want to be covered, and it's nice to know that you have the employees back, your new employees right from day one.
I love the comment, Janice. I wish there was a wine tasting job. I do too.
If there is, you got to go find Janice. Janice will be she'll be your shoe-in right there.
There we go. We got it. Honestly, it's amazing. The reasons to work for Levert, honestly, very easy. And it's amazing. They have jobs for everybody, hiring across Canada, benefits. Myself, as a 23-year-old, I've never had health benefits before. And then I came into Levert. Turns out those are an amazing thing to have.
Yeah, they are amazing. And I would tell folks, like, if folks are watching and thinking, well, you know what, I don't have a resume, or I haven't been to an interview for a while. One, there's lots of, a simple Google search will really help you put a good resume together. Make it detailed. And if you have any certifications, even if you think it's not relevant, it probably is. So bring those in. And then also, for an interview, that I always tell people, just do a quick mock interview at home, just to sort of ease your tension a bit with your partner, a friend, a kid, whoever, just to walk you through the process. But I think once you go through it, you will find it's not as bad as some people get all. It's like going to the dentist. Oh, an interview, I'm going to be like all nervous, but really you're just talking about yourself, which most people should be experts in themselves.
Right. Point out that you're great at maybe some HR skills. You want to excel and show all your highlight points. And let's say someone doesn't have, maybe they're a little rusty at the resume. Are there any issues? Oh, did we lose her?
Yeah, you lost me for a second here.
We lost you, Candace.
That's okay.
A little malfunction, but give me 2 seconds.
Don't worry.
You can still hear us anyway.
Of course, I can still hear you. So, actually, I was just going to say on the resume front, I'll give a quick shout out. If in any city, if anybody knows of employment options, anything along those lines, those companies are absolutely amazing for helping with resumes. So they'll help you build your resume. They will help you create your resume. They'll tell you how to put it together. They're absolutely amazing for everything along that line. So definitely try and see if anyone has that in their city.
We do, yeah.
We've got the employment options,
because I know there's time, at least on Monday. We've got some time. So what can happen is you can head right in there and they'll actually help you create your resume on the spot.
Yeah, you're right. There's a few different employment agencies in town, employment options being one, and you can go in and they will help you craft that. They will give you interview tips. I believe they do mock interviews there because a lot of people, maybe they've been out of work for a while or they've been at one position for a while and they really haven't had the need to update their resume. But She's coming back. Don't worry about kids. But don't worry. Mark has all the technical difficulties on this show.
That's right. Well, over the past week or so. So we're she'll be back.
It's usually Mark kicking over a cable or something. But there is. So a lot when I worked in HR, a lot of people used to tell me, "Hey, I don't like interviewing, or I don't know where to start with a resume." So these agencies, and definitely Google's the magic marker here. If you Google how to build a resume, there's a lot of templates to start from scratch, and you could start putting down things from A to Z.
Well, that's it. The beauty of the templates is you just copy, basically erase what's there and put your info in there.
That's right.
A breeze, and there she is. Candace is back.
Well, guess what? We actually just renovated our entire head office. And I went through a little dead spot there with the internet. So struggling to get the camera back working, but we're here.
Jason keeps asking, do you own you don't own the company, but what is your title?
Actually, I'm the operations assistant, but it's kind of evolved now where I'm actually going around Ontario and doing these hiring events. So I wish I owned the company.
That's right.
The president's name is actually Richard Levert. And it's been a company that's gone through the family. So it actually started with his dad's company. It then evolved that his brother owned it. And then it kind of evolved from there where Richard actually took it and turned it into a personnel company.
Well, that's awesome. Yeah, it is a group there. And actually, when one of my positions I had in HR actually went through one of your divisions.
Yes, I actually remember I presented that I was going to have you live on location, and the person I presented to said, I hired him years ago. And I'm like,
that's right.
Small world, small world.
Yeah, that's it. That's why you never burn any bridges. You never know who you're going to, come to that other side of the bridge and say, hey, I remember that person. And
exactly.
It's nice to always keep the networking going.
So a big opportunity. So that's this Tuesday and Wednesday for Timmins. You're going to go across Northern Ontario all week, but specifically for Timmins, Tuesday and Wednesday, that's at the Hampton Inn, and Tuesdays 4 to 8.
Precisely.
And Wednesdays 10 to 2. See, Mark, I did all my. Did you know that, Kinsman? Or
I knew that. Homework. I knew all the other cities that she was going to be in this week because you never know. People are going to be listening from Chapleau, watching from Chapleau, Sault Ste. Marie.
Exactly.
New Liskard.
Monday the 18th, we'll be arriving in New Liskard for our first event, 12 to 2 at the Holiday Inn. As you both said, the next day, the Tuesday, will be 4 to 8 p.m. So anybody who can't make it during the day, we really wanted to be able to capture that and give you a time to come in and apply. Then the next day, again, Hampton Inn, 10 to 2, where you'll both be there. Then the day after that, we'll be in Chapleau, the 21st. And following that, we will be in the Sioux at the Super 8 from 12 until 2.
Excellent.
There we go. And Mark made the banner scrolling across the bottom, and I was making sure it's accurate as Candace. You did a good job there, Kinsman. Not even a typo on this one.
No typos. It's
get ready to be hired.
Having Candace on the show, I got to make sure that all the commas, everything was.
So we're looking for skilled workers. We need people who are looking to work on mine sites, above ground, below ground, anybody who's in the trades. We need people for administrative positions in offices. We're definitely hiring for a whole wide amount of positions. So definitely drop off your resume and come and visit us on the spot interview. And we're literally hiring you while you fill out your documents.
Wow.
The day you start training, after that, you're on the job. There's a very, very quick turnaround because we are hiring for so many positions.
Another comment from Amanda. She says her mother seeked employment through Levert many years ago. And then she took over her job when she retired, gained some office admin bookkeeping experience from taking over her job. Now she's back to work to gain even more experience and hopefully land a permanent job. And of course, she's got all this tied in with Levert and through you guys. So again,
That's
another
amazing.
great success story.
We love to hear it. Those are the best ones to hear.
Right. And with that weekly paycheck, that's a pretty good deal right there. This week,
right.
Coming in,
especially when you're working jobs that maybe you're not working part-time. You could totally be working part-time with us and still be getting paid weekly. And it is very nice to know that you have that every single Thursday. You're getting paid. You submit your timesheet, and you're done. So you have your health benefits. You have your competitive salary. No complaints at all.
No complaints at all. Yeah, it's kind of. Do you find it easier to budget when you get paid every week because you have that amount coming in every single week, right?
Exactly. Not only is it easier to budget with a weekly paycheck, but also just having health benefits, having some medications covered, having all of those things. It really adds up, and it really makes it a lot easier to go from day to day. Honestly.
Jason, I know you talked about where the offices are, but a good question is how many employees?
Okay, so it depends internal or external. So internally, we have, I believe it's about 50 across Canada. So that's people who would work in our offices. So in any HR roles, any administrative operations, recruiting, sales, anything along those lines. So we're about 50 internally. But externally, I believe at our peak this year, we were about 700 and something employees across Canada. So that's from every corner all the way across, and our offices. So we have one out in St. John's. We have one in Rouen, Quebec. We have Sudbury, Timmins, and then we also have employees who are out in Alberta, ranging all across the board there. So there's definitely opportunities everywhere.
Now, Mark and I, we were in Sudbury last Thursday, and what's that? We saw the office. I didn't know if it was your new office or your old office, but we passed an office. My directions are going to be bad, but we were coming from Timmins. We went into Sudbury, and we were headed towards the mall. What's that road called, Mark?
Yeah, you're on
Elm.
Right downtown is our recollection of where it
Everyone
was.
will see over the next few months that our office has really been evolving. So we have gone through major internal renovations, like fully gutting the entire office and rebuilding everything. And now it's open concept. You can come on in for interviews. You can meet with our recruiters. We have training rooms here, and you'll see externally as well. As you drive by next time you're on Elm, you'll see that our windows will have a lot of our jobs that we're looking for, a lot of advertising on the outside, so you won't miss our building. But we're right on Elm, just on the corner of Elm and Frood there. So you'll definitely see our building as you're driving into Sudbury.
There you go. And as we drove by, I was telling Mark, listen, Kinsman, Candace told me that they're moving. We should stop in and help. And he's like, oh, my back.
Oh, come on.
Is this what you said? I
can't say that excuse. I use that
throwing me under the bus.
I'm busting you. Yeah, we did talk about this, but there's like Jason's asking, do you hire contract workers? Do you do placement? There's a whole bunch of different opportunities available, correct?
Exactly. It definitely ranges. You can go from being a part-time worker to being full-time with us. You can go on a week placement. You can go on a few day placement. But our ideal goal and what we work to achieve is to not only supply you with a one-time placement. We don't want to give you 3 days of employment and say, okay, we supplied our workers and we've done our job there. We actually want to retain you. We want to keep you. We want to give you new placements directly after that so that there's no lull, no downtime. So we want to keep you working there. But if what you're looking for is a short-term placement, we've got that. Or you can stay on with us, do longer term placements, and then you can actually be signed on full time with whatever company it is that you were working for. So if you were working for a mine site and it's a mine that you were looking to really get your foot in the door with, Levert is that solution. To us, work for us, get your foot in the door.
And you take care of all the training and all the footsteps leading up to getting into, let's say a mine type job.
We definitely assist with a lot of it. There's a lot of training that is just not attainable to some people, just for the sense of that you don't know where to start. There's so much of it. It's so overwhelming what PPE you need, what training you need based on what site changes. So when you come to us, we'll be able to identify what training it is you need. In some cases, we actually cover some of the training. In other cases, again, I'll just give a little shout out to our lovely friends at Employment Options, because they honestly are amazing, and we've had a lot of people go to them and actually get financial assistance for training, for PPE, for a new position that they have with us. So definitely, if there's ever anything that we don't cover, go and see them, because chances are they will help cover it in some way or another.
That's right.
So definitely good there, but we'll definitely point you in the right direction of what it is you're looking for so that you're fully certed. And we're not just going to leave you with the training. Let's say, here's 3 courses to just make you this qualified. No, we're always going to help you advance. We don't want you to stay in one role. We want to make you advance with the company and supply you with better opportunities.
Yeah, it sounds pretty awesome. And Joanne's asking compensation, but really it's going to depend on the role and where you're placed. But if people say they come to the interview and they're interested in a particular role, I'm sure they'll be able to ask the compensation for that particular job, and you'll have that information there, correct?
That's the best part, is that we'll actually have recruiters on site. So I know Levert very well, and I know the reasons that we would love people to work with us and the reason that I love working for the company. But our recruiters are the key brains that know the price or the salary, that all of the jobs are, the compensation for each one, if there's any travel benefits, because sometimes there are. I know we have a few jobs right now with travel benefits. So they'll know that on the spot, they can tell you. But I know in many cases, our minimum is $18 an hour.
Wow, nice.
Plus you're getting benefits. So you're not making just 18 an hour, because you're getting a lot more out of the job than anything else that you would be able to do for minimum wage. Or even a little higher.
Mark pays me $2.50 to get his coffee every day, so I think I'm getting ripped off now that I hear that.
I think so.
Yeah, we need live benefit packages here. That's next on the agenda. But yes,
there you go.
I pay team is to work, keeps them happy.
That's all that matters. It's what it is,
Yeah, there we go.
Keeps them happy.
Keep them happy. I always thought I'd be like a great Walmart greeter. I always thought even the people who looked really depressed to go in there. Hey, good afternoon. How you doing? Hope you have an awesome shopping experience. I thought that might be up my line.
They might, maybe.
What about you, Kinsman? What's your dream job besides working with me, of course?
But besides working with you, I always had visions when I was a kid to be, obviously a professional golfer, but that never turned out. But always loved, aviation, flying, and that type of job. But broadcasting was where it's landed, and look where it's landed us. Landed KLOMP into my lap here, and vice versa. So there we go.
I have to say, I went pretty far out of the industry I thought I was going to end up in as well. So I have a university degree in business and then graduated and ended up in the industrial industry and now have my Common Core because of Levert.
Yeah, so, that's awesome. Good. Well, we're super excited. We'll definitely, safe travels, and we're definitely excited to see you on Wednesday. We'll be there between 10 and 2.
Yeah, 10 to 2.
But the whole team's the Levert team is there Tuesday and Wednesday in Timmins at the Hampton Inn. Once again, 4 to 8 Tuesday, 10 to 2 on Wednesday, and in a lot of other communities throughout the week. And we've posted that on our page also. So we're very excited, and I think Kinsman's got to go through a mock interview live, and I'm going to get to critique it.
There you go. We'll put him on the spot.
Yeah,
that's right. You know what?
We'll make sure everyone else gets to put their input of the critique.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah, deal, Mark, or what?
It's a deal. Now, I'm kind of worried here. We're going to need to wear our casual business attire to, someone asked what we were wearing on Wednesday for
I saw we had a few comments on our Facebook page as well of if somebody needed to wear something particular to show up to the interview. The beautiful part, honestly, is that because of our industry and how many different jobs we're hiring for, we're not going to disqualify you if you show up in your PPE. We're not going to disqualify you if you came directly from a job site and you're covered in paint or you have something like that. We're not going to disqualify you for these things. So if that's the distinguishing factor between someone coming and doing an on-the-spot interview or not, don't take what your physical appearance as something that'll limit that by any means.
Okay. And close your ears for a second, Kinsman. No, Candace, if you see Mark Kinsman's resume, just file that under G, right? Okay. You can open them up again. But everyone else, please come in. We'd love to see you in there and check out all the awesome opportunities and travel safe. And we will see you on Wednesday. Can't wait.
Thank you so much. Have a great night.
Thank you so
too.
much.
See you, Candace.
That was great, Kinsman. I know. Don't worry. I didn't reveal your secrets. I just said, Kinsman would be number one for a job. So I told her. So. Are you good?
That's right. I'm not going to be putting my rent.
But yeah, so that, everyone, Mark can go into Superman outfit. Yeah.
I could.
I'm here.
Halloween.
I'm here to be an underground miner. Superman. Oh man. But they are so the hiring event and we'll be there Wednesday, but they're there Tuesday and Wednesday, so I'm looking forward to that.
And New Lisker tomorrow, us Tuesday, Wednesday, Chapleau Thursday, Sault Ste. Marie on the Friday. An entire week. Again, they don't mess around here, Levert and Candace. They're hiring. You saw the pages. Again, if you've got a resume, polish it up. And even if it's not quite polished, they'll help you polish. They'll walk you through all the steps and get you hired on the spot for these job fairs.
Now, speaking of hiring, Mr. Peel is going to shave off his mustache if he got himself 5 security guards by the weekend. And we never heard an update from him. But no,
I don't think he had the 5 spots covered. But again, another great business. There's so many places. You saw Benji's comment from Full Beard. So many places hiring. You just need to show up with a resume and say, you know what, I'm looking for a job. Again, Martin looking for licensed guards, and again, he'll pay your training.
Yeah,
if you're looking to work with PADS Canine Protection and Detection Services. Martin Peel is the guy to drop off your resume to, and you can do that by dropping by 193rd Avenue is where Martin's at. You can call him up 705-288-7435 or visit him on Facebook.
All right, pal.
Again, that's a great company to work for. Again, security guards, crossing guards. You can help. Patrolling great events, Rock on the River. He and Sniper and his team did an amazing work keeping the perimeter secure during, that weekend event.
Yeah, he kept you from taking the mic from me all the time at Rock on the River.
That's right. Did you notice he lit the staircase for you going up the down?
Yeah, he did.
He turned it off for me. He's like, Kinsman can take his own chances.
All right. So we have an awesome story. We have a local resident that's going to be on the front of a magazine. Did you know this?
Yes, I did. Julia Palawi is on Fitness Skaters magazine. And there she is right there. And the cover of Figure Fitness magazine. And they had their competition. The first ever the cover competition where I guess, Julia put in her application and people voted. And look at that, from good old South Porcupine, Julia is now on the cover. And again, if you want to read up on Julia's success story, a professional figure skater at 21, you can see everything in that new October edition of Fitness Skating magazine.
Yeah, so congratulations. That
Figure Skater Fitness magazine.
Mason keeps saying, "Go, Jamie, go." I think he wants your job. Yeah, I better look out. It could be Mason and KINZ pretty soon. Right? Look at you. He's going to replace me tomorrow already. I'll be stuck getting Mason his coffee. I'd be okay with that. Mason would probably give me $3 at least. Compared to your $2.50. Okay, so this week, the 18th, that's tomorrow, is Small Business Week in our community, in every community, right?
Yeah, you know what? Small Business Week should be every single week, but again, something that the Chamber has put on. And again, this benefits small business here in the community and Northern Ontario. And basically, their whole ploy is to show up at a local business and support that local business. And if you want to see what some of the local businesses have in store for this week, again, it's the 18th or the 22nd. Go to the Timmins Chamber website, timminschamber.on.ca/Small Business Week 2021. And you'll find out what some businesses are doing and what sales, maybe some, some fun stuff that they've got planned for the Small Business Week.
Yes.
To entice customers.
Show some love to our small businesses, and I know a lot of people already do that. So that is very good. And one of the positive things with the pandemic, there's a feedback there. One of the positive things from the pandemic I find is more support for local small businesses.
That's right.
Science Timmins, we got to get them on the show.
Yeah, going to try to get these guys and gals on KINZ and KLOMP Live, but Science Timmins, some big news we wanted to pass along, that they've got a pretty cool exhibit coming up in a couple of weeks' time at the end of the week, October 22nd until December the 2nd. They're going to have the world record science exhibits. Anything in the world record fashion for science will be showcased with this exhibit at Science Timmins. And again, we're going to try to get them on the show, maybe dive into these exhibits. And again, it's free for members, free with admission. So they want you to reserve your spot today. If you do field trips, it might be a wise idea to maybe look into Science Timmins and maybe take the school trip in there.
That's right. We got to get him on the show. Maybe me and you can blow up a beaker or something. What was your grade in science class? Did you have good science grades?
Well, I had half decent science grades. My dad was a science teacher, so I had to be good at science.
I know what you did. Did he teach you?
No, he never taught.
Yeah, I could see you sneaking.
I was taught by some of his friends, though, his colleagues.
See, I bet you had your hands on those exams ahead of time and selling them just like at Degrassi High.
No, never got like that, but it was kind of embarrassing. One of his buddies taught me at Ajax High School for science, and again, you're trying to be cool with your friends, and then he brings up some little event that happened at a family barbecue or something, right?
Yeah. Hey, check this out. So Joanne says, I think Jamie needs to adjust his color. He's looking a little pale. Okay. No, fair enough. I might be. I got 20 lights in here. So, and then Martin says, Mark is an incubus. He's sucking the color out of Jamie.
Look a lot better than what I did a few days ago. So I'll take this hue percentage over whatever I was at. And again, there was a little dial on one of the webcams. I don't know if my little guys got their mitts on it, but anyhow.
If Mark had those tests he never shared, he kept them all for himself. Mark had a copy of the test, but still got to see mine. Is that true?
There's Jeff. Jeff would know. Jeff and I went to the same public school and the same high school.
Okay, so the city of Timmins released the Helmet Hair is Cool, so wear a helmet campaign. This is for bikes?
This is for bikes.
Everything, right?
Yes, helmet hair is cool, so wear a helmet. And again, it's on the ticker below. The most common accident for cyclists is falling, and head injuries are the common result. You may end up with helmet hair, but it beats cracking your hair on the pavement. And again, you'll see that hashtag on the City of Timmins website, hashtag Bike at Timmins. So if you are going for a bike commute, albeit could be short, no matter how far it is, short or, or long, put the helmet on and get yourself helmet hair.
A lot of people, I don't know how many people are biking in October, but does this helmet hair apply to me also? Is it all residents should be worried about
excluding the baldies?
Oh, the baldies not getting any love, but yeah, snowmobile helmets, right? Okay, summer's almost over, but you can apply the same thing to everything. You need a helmet,
right? No matter what you're putting your helmet on, yes, you want to. Maybe you can put the helmet straps and indent into your
Kinsman, you're going to be in trouble because you didn't do a banner for Ontario Public Library Week. We're going to have that ready for the show. By the way, speaking of that, we have to jumble up our schedule again this week because we're going to be doing pitch on Tuesday. And we're going to be in North Bay on Thursday with Cannabis Jack. So our shows this week are going to be Monday and Wednesday. And so since we have a show tomorrow, we'll definitely have a banner for Ontario Public Library Week. Maybe
library weekend.
Maybe someone from the library will come on and talk about it.
Maybe Melissa wants to join us. Anyhow, Melissa will get in touch with you. We'll get some details on Library Week, find out what's in store for the kiddies and the big kiddies, and let's find out again.
Yeah.
One of the greatest buildings in this city. If you've never been to the Timmins Public Library, since I talked to someone who hasn't even been in since the renovations, you're missing out. It's a multi-million-dollar complex again. It's great to have that facility right here, and the resources right here in the city.
They're gonna lock you up in North Bay. Possibility. Okay. I wonder, and I seen a bunch of comments on the Little Saplings video, which me and you had just an awesome time going there. And I seen a lot of people sharing it, the folks that have children of the daycare age. I wonder if someone met with Brianna and her team and have checked it out, because it's really, if you have someone in daycare, you require these services, this is an awesome place to be.
This is an awesome place to be. And again, the promo code KINZ and KLOMP, if you go in there, Brianna Ludwig will give you 10% off each month up until the new year on new registrations. And again, when we were in there was plenty of room for new registrations. And, you saw the video. It's an immaculate, beautiful new facility. And again, if you want to be a part of that, get your little one signed up. And it takes an email, a phone call. You can even go visit them up at on Airport Road.
Joanne's husband didn't make it past the registration process. All right, pal.
Bit of an age gap, issue.
Did I mention this? So Timmins MiniCon, I think I mentioned this on a previous show. So last year I did a Halloween show outside my house. It's for families. Yeah, I mentioned this before. So this year, not doing it outside my house because I had to shovel my grass last year. We're actually doing it at the Timmins MiniCon, and I, and their MiniCon's 2 days, but our Halloween shows are going to be on the 31st. I think 10 noon and 2 p.m. We're working on those times. But
noon and 2. And the good news is, you can see on the ticker there, they have completely sold out all the vendor possibilities. All the vendor booths have been sold for Timmins Con, which is great to see.
Yep. So we love working with them, pal. All right. Did I miss anything else?
Our Halloween party at the Surge. You want to get a ticket for? Yes.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Cool. Well, you know what? I'm going to run Martin Peel again because I love him. Okay. But we could talk about the Surge, right? So the Halloween show's coming up. That's on the 30th. It's a Saturday. $10. Tickets are at the Surge, and we're gonna have a DJ music, prizes, entertainment, games,
best dress
challenges. Yeah, best dress, funniest dress, worst dress. Yeah, all types of costume prizes. So that's going to be a good night. And then in November, we're going to be doing an 80s theme night, by the way.
I can't wait for that. That will be fun. And again, all the tickets, all the events that we do at the Surge, just go to Kim Donovan and her staff. Tickets are right there at the Surge bar. And you just walk up and say, I want to look at your seating plan, because it is all laid out with the COVID seating. Pick a table of 4, 6. At the last party, there was tables of 7. Again, map yourself out, and again, buy your tickets and mark yourself off as you are going to be attending, because yes, you don't want to miss out on the prizes that we're going to have. I know one of the prizes. I'm just going out and I'm going out and telling you right now is a bucket full of candy. Halloween. You can't have a Halloween party without some candy, and it's a Hilltop Confectionery. Candace Carol is going to be providing a bucket of candy for $100.
Nice.
$100 worth of candy from that store.
Yeah, $100. You don't have to pay $100. You're going to get it for free if you want.
You're going to win it. It's going to be a variety. If you've ever been to Hilltop Confectionery, she carries every candy under the sun. And again, she's going to put $100 worth of Halloween candy and treats for some lucky costume winner. Maybe we'll tie that in with the best dress costume. Who knows? We'll definitely be giving that away.
All right. So let's pretend let's do a mock interview quickly, okay?
All right.
So I'm the interviewer, and you're the interviewee.
Okay.
All right. Please tell me why you want to work for KINZ and KLOMP.
I want to work with Jamie.
That's a good answer, actually. Okay,
that is a good answer. Yeah.
What is your expected salary?
Jeez, I don't even know what our current salary is.
Okay. When can you start?
Now.
Too late. You're fired.